Hello traders, welcome to my review for September 4th, showing how I traded today using my Elite Range Bar trading system. And nothing too spectacular today, just 36 pips as you can see. But overall, it wasn't too bad a day, and this is just with the EU 3-pip range bars. Did trade some other pairs, also 4-pip range bars as well, so there was some other opportunities, but not too bad just on the EU 3 range bar alone. And being the time of year we're entering into September here, we have a lot of fundamental news releases and things this week. I'm definitely hoping that things start to open up a lot more, start to get a little bit more movement and volatility in the markets, because things have definitely been pretty slow, and as typical throughout the late summer. And usually things start to open up quite a bit during September. So I should see the averages in terms of each day rising quite a bit, and maybe even get back to some of those 100 plus pip days, which we haven't seen many of those recently, other than there was a couple good trending days, but there hasn't been a lot of those big day opportunities. It's mostly been averaging around the 50, 60 pip range in terms of my own trading, and some of my students are doing a little bit better than that. Some are who are more of a beginner, sitting more around the 20 pip range, but still, as long as you're doing it day after day, as long as you're consistent, that's what it's all about. So let's just go through some of the trades here, and the first one here, you can see this was one where it was a little bit early. This is a time I often like to trade here, an hour before Frankfurt Open, and took a long. It was a type 3. These ones, they either go for you or they don't, and this one came up and it stalled for quite a while. And basically once it stalled, I wasn't willing to take a full loss on that. So once it came back, I just took a 2-pip loss, because odds were it was going to at least come down to those lows again, which it did. And then we had what we call a type 2. So it was a different setup than this previous one, but it was a better quality setup for sure, and especially being that it was just after Frankfurt Open, pretty much in the mid-Frankfurt hour, and we often see a lot of moves during that time. That's something we talk about a lot in the Elite Range Bar trading system course. So I took that one long, and this one, because the markets up to that point had been pretty flat, I was happy on the double top just to take my pips. And also we were coming into London Open, and so I don't tend to get too greedy during Frankfurt hour. I usually will take anything in the 10 to 15 pip range once I'm happy with it. That's all I really want during that time of day. And there wasn't any sort of short at London Open, unfortunately, that fit our rules, and I had to wait a little while before something did come up. This one was a little bit tricky. This is one of the most advanced trades of the day, and it was mostly because I just liked the pattern and I liked a couple other things that fit our rules, but it wasn't ideal because it was stuck in the middle of the range. So I knew that by taking this, I had to basically either get out down near these lows if we hesitated, or potentially minimize my loss if we started coming back up, because these are the most dangerous ones when we're sitting, as you can see, this is it on the M5, sitting right in the middle of our range. Those are really dangerous. So you got to know what you're doing. But this one I held on as it came down here a little bit and just chopped around, and eventually broke lower. And when it came down to 2600, I took my pips, and the reason why is because not only did that take a long time to get there, but I also saw a lot of tick volume, and that's something that we talk about a little bit in the course. Saw a lot of it coming in at the 2600 level, so I thought we were going to see a pretty good reaction there. There was still a chance that we would come back down, come lower again, but I was thinking if I could get out there, take those pips, I might get another opportunity to go short anyways. And I didn't get that opportunity, but I took my pips there. I was quite happy with the 15. And that's, with the spread taken out of that as well. There was another opportunity here I should have marked that I didn't take. This could have been a short, but once it came off the 2600, I probably would have been break even or just minus 1 or 2 pips at most. But I did take this one, which was a 2DT, possibly a 1D trade. And these are all, these are the names that we use in the trading system. It fit a couple different trading styles. So I like this one. I like the timing of it, because a lot of times when we get these slower days, we often see moves right around 11 o'clock for the London lunch. So we see it all the time. You could look back at my old videos, you'll see it a lot too. So I took that one short. Had to wait a while as we chopped below the 2600. I would have taken a small loss if it came back, but I just went to break even. And eventually we did break lower. And then I took my pips here because I saw a signal to potentially go long. So took my 17 and went long right away. This one when I'm taking these counter trend ones, I want to see them pop back pretty strongly, which didn't happen. And it just kind of chopped around all the way into New York. And at New York, I went to break even because anything could happen. And well, it did. It just dropped. And that's certainly, that's typical. We often see that sort of thing happen when it's slow going into a new open. And so I went to break even there. Unfortunately, there was no short that I could get in because you can see the trend happening. And there are setups that we will take when they pull back like this. But unfortunately, this one did not give us the proper short-term momentum shift type of setup that we would be looking for. And from there, I did take a short down here as kind of a second chance, but knowing that this one may not go, I probably shouldn't have taken a full loss, but I did. I let it come all the way back, took a 6-pip loss. So that was a little bit unfortunate. Basically, at that point, I was pretty much thinking I was done for the day, but there was the 10 o'clock news for New York, and I would have loved to have taken a trade in here. We did have some valid setups in terms of the actual price action, but because they were news related, I didn't trade those. I don't like to trade right on the news. I'll trade within a couple minutes after, based on the price action after, but this was right on the news. So this is too dangerous. The spread was too wide for me. I didn't like it, so passed on that. But overall, not that bad a day. Like I said, 36 pips just on the EU 3-pip range bar alone, 6 trades, 3 wins, 1 break even, and 2 losses. And that's with turning down a couple trades as well that could have potentially been taken for some smaller pips. So if you have any comments or anything, you can leave them for me. And otherwise, I will try to get more of these videos out on a more regular basis. I've been away from the office quite a bit lately, so I haven't been doing as much trading as I would normally like to do. But I will, like I say, try to get more videos out for you. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Bye.